Well, the world is waiting to hear from the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who is due to take off any moment from Maryland Air Force One. A helicopter has arrived at the Air Force Base in the past few minutes. It might be Marine One, so Donald Trump might be arriving on that helicopter set to board the plane to head to NATO. If he appears, we're going to hear from him straight away. He did announce this ceasefire that has now utterly collapsed tonight, with Iran breaching it by firing missiles into northern Israel. You'd assume the president would be furious at this. He had wanted to be in and out and have a peaceful outcome here. Get out of this war. Iran has now breached the ceasefire deal, and you can't blame Israel for vowing to retaliate forcefully to this. All right, as we're discussing this, let's bring in now News Corp correspondent and Sky News contributor Sophie Ellsworth, who's been in the Middle East for the past week. Sophie, thank you so much for joining us now. Now, this has been a massive past 12 hours or so. We were hoping to have this lasting ceasefire. That now looks to have collapsed.
It has indeed, Shari. When I was just in a car a few hours ago, we had to pull over because I received missile alerts on my phone.
So, Sophie, I'm just going to interrupt you now because we do have some breaking news. Donald Trump has just tweeted or posted on his Truth Social. He has said, Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. So this is Donald Trump taking to Truth Social to warn Israel not to drop bombs. He's saying Israel would be in breach of the ceasefire. This is despite the fact that Iran has fired those missiles on northern Israel. This is absolutely extraordinary. Donald Trump could pick up the phone to Netanyahu. They are close friends, but instead he has taken to Truth Social to post this. And we could just see a shot of him there through the helicopter, the chopper that's arriving at Andrews Air Base at Maryland's now. He's going to transfer from that chopper into Air Force One, his other aircraft, to take him to NATO. But Donald Trump, that's not a live shot, by the way, of him walking. That is not a live shot. So Donald Trump, Sophie, taking to social media to warn Israel, his ally, not to drop bombs on Iran. Let's take Trump now.
Rocket that I guess was fired overboard. It was after the time limit, and it missed its target. And now Israel's going out. These guys got to calm down. Ridiculous. I didn't like plenty of things I saw yesterday. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. They didn't have to unload. And I didn't like the fact that the retaliation was very strong. But in all fairness, Israel unloaded a lot. And now I hear Israel just went out because they felt it was violated by one rocket that didn't land anywhere. That's not what we want, I'll tell you. And I'm telling you, I'm not happy about that, Israel, either. All I do is play both sides. I'm going now, as you know, to NATO. Some of you are going with me, and I think it's going to be successful. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Are you going to see the agreement? It's a new dawn in the Middle East. Thanks to the agreement you managed to achieve. What are your future plans?
All right, that was moments earlier, Donald Trump speaking before he got this chopper flight to the Andrews Air Base at Maryland. This is live. Donald Trump has just stepped off this chopper flight after posting to Truth Social, warning Israel not to drop bombs on Iran. This is extraordinary. Donald Trump should be backing in Israel here, his ally. It's not Israel that breached the ceasefire, it's Iran, in first killing 4 Israeli civilians and then sending 2 missiles into northern Israel after the ceasefire had been agreed to, after arms had been laid down. It was Iran who breached it, and now the President of the United States, in a move that's going to certainly unimpress Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has taken to his Truth Social to warn Israel not to drop the bombs. He says it would be a major violation. We can see here now boarding Air Force One, heading to NATO. We were expecting he might stop to speak to the media. He hasn't done that, giving his famous fist pump there as he boards the flight to NATO. The NATO talks will now be, of course, dominated by the fact the ceasefire has been broken. And Israel, Netanyahu, now has a big decision to make. Will it pick a fight with Donald Trump and retaliate for those missiles that breached the ceasefire deal, as Israel has vowed to do? Or will it go along with the President of the United States and lay down arms?